I'm Dennis Williams, the creator of CashMap, and I've got the pleasure of having Mr. Daryl Murrow, who is he's a business coach and principal for the Murrow Consulting Group, joining us this evening to share with me what the benefits that he's picked up from the CashMap Blueprint coaching session. So, Daryl, thanks for joining me and taking the time to be able to just have this spontaneous conversation this evening.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Dennis.
Where are you, by the way?
I'm located in Lacey, Washington.
Lacey, Washington. And as a business coach, just what kind of businesses do you consult with as far as
Primarily,
yes.
yeah, primarily businesses between the 1 million to $5 million range. I help them with their management issues.
So do you spend much time looking at finance as well?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in with that kind of background, and how many years you've been doing it?
Uh, 12.
12 years. Okay.
Yes.
So that being said, and then kind of going through this 8-week course of the CashMap Blueprint, um, what did it do for you?
Well, in a nutshell, it showed me how to generate, put a plan in place for generating wealth that is used by the banks that the most every, I guess, would say the everyday normal person isn't exposed to. So that was the first thing you did.
And what did your cash map blueprint specifically show you as far as was it were the results kind of so or were they results that surprised you at all, just kind of what happened there?
Yeah, absolutely. Your proprietary program uses a line of credit, and the line of credit allows you to leverage the bank's money. And no, the results were quite phenomenal when I actually ran it through the map with your help. Uh, and one, it allowed me to play different scenarios, but whether I wanted to pay down a mortgage, increase my investments, it was a substantial amount of savings that I could have. So exceeded my expectations.
Okay, so
Yeah.
am I over exaggerating to say that your cash map blueprint kind of gave you a picture of what compounding will do for you, as well as giving you an ability to see when you get out of debt, and what your savings growth could be. Um, it
Yeah,
was
no, you weren't over exaggerating at all. And actually that's the beauty of CashMap is it doesn't just tell you what your potential savings could be. It actually pinpoints the actual dates, the months and the years. So if you were to follow this system, you'd know exactly what's going to happen. So it's clear. It's very, very clear.
was it easy to use?
It was easy to use. Yes. I just had to learn your system, like any new system, there's a learning curve. But I mean, you're talking addition and subtraction, and actually you don't even have to do much of that. The app does it all for you. So it really simplifies it.
So it really simplified it. So what were the any drawbacks that you would tell somebody that they should be watching out for?
The only drawback I see is I should have started it sooner.
Ah,
Because with the power of compounding, what one of the things I learned from you, I mean, I've understood, I knew the theory of what compound, interest was, but I've never applied it this way. And every day you wait, you're actually losing money on your investments or what you're doing. So if I would have done it, sooner, that would have been great.
did you have any from the value that it provided, both short term and long term? Any reservations there?
No, not at all. Matter of fact, the again, this is a your system provides a way to leverage the bank's money, and the initial amount of investment that this creates far exceeds the program. I mean, immediately. So, no, absolutely not.
I remember that when we run a couple of cash maps for you, that we're looking at being able to, the most recent one, take care of $220,000 of debt, and in little as 6 years, and saving yourselves about $87,000 in interest, right? And that's a conservative estimate because you made minimal adjustments in your income growth over the next few years, right?
That's right. That's correct. And also, what I liked about the scenarios running through CashMap, that's if I wanted to aggressively uh, pay down the mortgage. If I didn't want to, if I wanted to adjust and increase investments in other area, this tool, your CashMap, gives me the ability to do it. Number one, but two, it allows me to see what the different scenarios would be, so I could run the different what if situations and see what turns out best for me and is in alignment with my investment advisor. I mean, it's great.
So, would you recommend others to go through the coaching program? Was there any drawbacks, at all?
No, I would, even for someone who, for someone who, you know, budgets well, and that this is just such a, it's an incredible product. And the advantage of your coaching program is that you are able to answer every question and actually help us to get things set up. So your help has been invaluable. And now I feel, not only did you give me the help how to use this, your help helped put me on a new pathway for my financial future.
So in short, you'd have no problem recommending this to your clients, that they should kind of go through a similar uh,
Absolutely.
experience.
Yeah, I have no problem recommending this.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, Daryl, I really appreciate you taking the time and kind of sharing with us both the excitement that you've got, as well as just the experience that you went through. Thanks again.
yeah. And the last thing I'll say is, once you really get the hang of it and you start playing these scenarios, it can get kind of addicting because it's fun. You actually see what you can do. So that's an unintended benefit. And it's easy. It's right on your phone. I mean, it's simple to use, and great product, Dennis.
So one last question. So did you find learning to use a line of credit difficult?
It wasn't difficult. It took me a little bit of time to get used to it because it's not something I'm used to, especially using the line of credit as a leverage tool for building wealth. Typically, the way I had used the line of credit was to hold me over if I was in a situation, in my store, sales were down. I needed a buffer. It was always a safety net, not a wealth building tool. So I just had to get used to that. It wasn't difficult. It was just a little bit of an adjustment for me to understand how you use this system.
So the strategy we're using, we did not increase your debt at all. And we
No,
and we created a process whereby future demands that may come up, you now have the cash on the side to be able to hit that
exactly.
and consistently focus on wealth building.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis.